Can I borrow your old lady? It never seemed to work out when they're my own. Can I borrow your old lady? Won't leave her at the bus stop like your old Volvo. Hoping nothing kinky or sentimental, just a 24-hour rental. Will she still be your old lady? Still be your old lady? Still be your old lady when I'm through? The streets are quiet, the zoo is closed. In my mirror there's an animal who sleeps in his clothes. He's burned 10 TV dinners, now the fire department knows. He's snuggling up next to sorrow, and he's got no more pride to swallow, and he's caught in his favor from you. Can I borrow your old lady? It never seemed to work out when they're my own. Can I borrow your old lady? I'm gonna drop her in a puddle like my third cell phone. Won't be nothing kinky or sentimental, just a 24-hour rental. Will she still be your old lady? Still be your old lady? Still be your old lady when I'm through? I was dragged, the bristles packed, my kitchen sink's full of crumbs from a kleptomaniac. He's polished off the Thunderbird, he's alphabetized the spice rack, but he's living next door to heartbreak. These rolls are as thin as a pancake, and he's caught in his favor from you. They knock, the cat's asleep. My heart's a haunted pilgrim at a Thanksgiving feast. He's tugging on a wishbone, but never gets the biggest piece. And he's snuggling up next to sorrow, and he's got no more pride to swallow, and he's caught in his favor from you. Can I borrow your old lady? Never seemed to work out when they're my own. Can I borrow your old lady? Won't leave her at the bus stop like your old Volvo. On a temporary loan, no deposit, no return. Will she still be your old lady? Still be your old lady? Still be your old lady when I'm through? Thank you. We wanted to start. We should start at the beginning somewhat. And this segment of the show is a portrait of the artist as a young Sam. And I'd like to sing a song about a girl I used to stalk when I was in high school. Now I know what you're thinking, but don't worry, I don't do those kind of things anymore. You know how those restraining orders go. And rather not divulge her real name, so let's just let's just call her Patty Ann Dilsner, and Ann's got an E at the end of it or something like that, right? Patty used to sit in front of me in my math class. She's the reason I have ADD and I can't do long division, right? I mean, she was just a blight on my education. I don't know what the square root of pi is, you know, but I can tell you that there are 642 stitches that hold together the ass section of a pair of Sassoon jeans. Now, I was prepared to legally change my name if the teacher made us sit alphabetically in class, and luckily I didn't have to. But all year long, she sat in front of me, and Patty was just stacked like a Wurlitzer, had more butt than a pack of Marlboro, and just had these pistachio green eyes, always looked stoned, you know? And she walked in a way that was kind of like, sort of like she was trolling, you know? We can only hope that she married a chiropractor. But she had this tendency to leave long pauses in the middle of her sentences. And one day she turns around to face me, and she looks at me and she says, "I want you." And then my mind goes into a skid like a puppy on linoleum, you know, and I'm about 5 seconds away from liftoff, and she says, "Stop kicking my desk, you friggin' burnout." Anyway, so I used to follow her home from school like 4 out of 5 school days, which is sort of like 7 out of 5 if you include the holidays and the weekends and all that stuff. And most of the time I would just stand across the street from her house and just gaze at her house in awe, you know. And once or twice, you know, when I was feeling courageous, I would just sort of go up to the house and maybe just sort of rub up against it a little, you know. Since I'm among friends and family tonight, I can tell you that, well, one night I think me and the drain pipe, I think we had a moment. Now, drain pipe ain't talking, but there were some things said in the heat of passion that just cannot be taken back. I think you know what I mean. Now, Patty never knew of my unrequited love for her or her house, and she also never knew about my fleeting affair with harm aluminum siding and the brief but passionate menage a trois I had with her garden gnomes. Don't look at me like that. They wanted it. But anyway, so since I'm the Muhammad Ali of cowards, I decided that, like 20 years too late, I would write a song for her. And this is called "The House That Gave Me a Hard On." Now I'm twice the coward that I was before, and I couldn't say it to your face or say it to your door. Ooh, I love you, my number 74. Ooh, I when I lost all that sleep with the renovations underway. But I must admit, the little siding trick was like a sexy costume change. Old mugs in your kitchen that tasted your kisses, the mirrors that witnessed your half-naked glances, the telephone receiver that shared all your secrets still get me tingling. It's just like spawning wood when I find myself in your old neighborhood. Now I'm twice the coward that I was before, and I couldn't say it to your face or say it to your door. Ooh, I love you. Number 74. Well, I'm knocking on heaven's door, see, yeah. Well, I'm knocking on heaven's door, see. Well, won't you please, please won't you be my neighbor, my neighbor, my neighbor. It's always been my belief that everybody should have their own national anthem, something, song that states your philosophy in life. And, well, Rolling Stones have I Can't Get No Satisfaction. Kermit the Frog has it in Easy Being Green. And this is my entry into the genre. It is called Greetings from Left Field. Okay. 1, 2, 3, run. Greetings from left field. Well, I was born under the bleachers with sun never reaches out the left field. And I was schooled in a bum-drawn pool hall. The unsung got balls, they were my peers. So I'm writing you this postcard just to let you know that I am feeling like a stowaway on Noah's Ark tonight. I'm at home in this arena, the spotlight makes me feel like crying. No matter where I go, find me here. Greetings from left field. I'm standing here without bowling ball, and no one's come near. This loneliness is unbearable. Oh, but I really wouldn't mind at all. I just wish you were weird. I left my home for a lone wolf zip code, a sideshow time zone with a broken guitar. Got these clothes that sell on the drop box with freaks to the eavesdrop, fashion and art. So I'm writing in this postcard while I watch Thank you. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to PNN, the Pimp News Network. I'm your host, Sweetback Barry. You give us 20 minutes, we'll give you, and maybe $20, and we'll give you a little something you're gonna need some penicillin to get rid of. Now, in the news tonight, first, in a lost and found department, with the lady who left these on my windshield, please stop calling my house, and I want my stuff back. My strawberry motion lotion, my different strokes action figures, and my Engelbert Humperdinck records. Nutrition news tonight, stewardess will now be considered one of the 4 food groups. A disgruntled grains category could not be reached for comment. Now it's time for a word from our sponsor. Are you tired of all them high-priced imported beers with names that sound like German venereal diseases? Well, try a new Colt 25 brewed locally right here in the basement, Cafe 111. Yo, dog, you drink about 6 of these, it will knock your dick in the dirt. Just ask OJ, wherever he is. Remember our slogan, Colt 25, the beer that tastes better when you got problems. Next, I have a list of some upcoming Sweetback Barry gigs. I'll be singing the national anthem at a cockfight up in the Bronx on June 3rd. 9 p.m. June 8th, I will be on E! Entertainment Television hosting Wild on Flatbush Avenue. Some highlights include extreme turnstile hopping, panhandling, and bowling for Buddha. Yes. On Sunday, June 13th, I'll be judging the Deadbeat Dad of the Year Awards in Woodside, Queens. Friday, June 18th, I will be at the Barnes & Nizzle in Peace Slope signing copies of my children's books. The Kid's Guide to Hitchhiking and Curious George Meets the Electric Fence. June 20th and Father's Day, well, I think y'all know I'll be that day in hiding. And after the show tonight, I'd like to let you know that I'll be doing some work with unwed mothers. Just gonna be doing what I can to help give them that start. Big love for the ladies. Heartwarming human interest story for tonight is this. Once, when I was a young pimp, I wasn't even a Mac Daddy. I was just maybe a quarter pounder with cheese. I was sitting on my daddy's lap, and I said, Daddy, what's the difference between theoretically and realistically? And he said, okay, go ask your mom and your sister if they would have sex with our neighbor, ugly ass Mr. Panulowitz for $1 million. So I went up to my mom and I asked her if she would have sex with ugly ass Mr. Panulowitz for $1 million. And she said, yes. Then I asked my sister, would she have sex with ugly ass Mr. Panulowitz for $1 million? She said, yes. So I went down to my father and I said, Daddy, they both said, yes. And he said, okay, theoretically, we're sitting on $2 million. Realistically, we're living with a couple of hoes. I'd like to sing you a very sexy song right now. Hey, ya, hey, ya, hey, ya, hey, ya. 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 Sure to get down, good Lord. Baby got 'em open all over town. Wow. Strictly bitch, she don't play around. So much crowds, got game by the pound. Getting paid is a forte. Each and every day to play away. Can't get out my mind. Well, think about the girl all the time. Well. East side to the west side. Push the fat right. It's no surprise. She got chicks in the stash. Backing up the cash. Fast when it comes to the gas. By no means that rash is on. She got to happen. Baby, you're perfect. And can I get in? Can I get down so I can win? Like the way you work it. No diggity. Got to bag it up. Like the way you work it. No diggity. Got to bag it up. Like the way you work it. No diggity. Got to bag it up. Like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah. 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 She got class and style. She knows by the mile. Never, never act wild. Never low key on the whole fine. Catch a feeling there alone. Let me tell you how it goes. Once the words spin the verb. Numbers it got some free what you heard. Holy with the fatness. Just don't know what the bugging F is. Ooh, we gotta pay to play. Just be sure to bang bang to look your way. Not the way you work it. So tired all day, every day. You blow my mind, baby, in time. Baby, I can get you in my ride. Like the way you work it, no diggity. Got to bag it up. Like the way you work it, no diggity. Got to bag it up. Like the way you work it, no diggity. Got to bag it up. Like the way you work it, no diggity. I got to bag it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you. Watching Pimp News. Remember, there's no business like hoe business. Good night. Thank you. Good night.